Hello and welcome to another video with me, Winner Andrew, with another video of Weekly Andrew, in which this week I think I actually have more to actually talk about for once. So, yeah, a bit more anime, but not that much considering the few of the anime that I actually do want to talk about. I just don't really know what to really talk about when it comes to them. But, yeah, let's just go ahead and get straight into the anime, starting with the executioner and her way of life. Or just executioner, considering that's just simpler to way to call it. So far, when it comes to this anime, I've actually been enjoying it quite a bit. And yeah, I could easily tell that Orwell was, well, evil. Though how all this played out was actually quite unexpected. Did not expect all this to go the way it did, and honestly, the most surprising thing about this is the fact that I'm pretty sure this is the very first time I've actually seen the hero that's lived long enough to become a villain kind of trope. I'm pretty sure this is the very first time I've actually seen that happen. Seriously, that's kind of a trope thing, I guess. Die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. That's thing. This is the first time I think I've actually seen that in action. In an anime at the very least. So, yeah. I guess it's nice to see that. I'm also going to take a guess that the rest of the church is also probably evil. Just saying. Considering I have a hard time believing Orwell's the one that's behind all this, considering we're basically not even halfway through the season yet. And it'd be hard to believe that we're already seeing the final boss already. So, yeah. Guess I'll move on to Trapped in a Dating Sim, in which I was correct about how the whole duel with the prince was basically going to take up like the first half of the episode. Because why not? But of course, Leon wins that duel, in which, as a result of that, the prince and all of his friends end up losing their status as royalty, basically, and of course, all of their wealth. In which all of that ends up being a happy end for all of them, with an exception to Mary. Yeah, I think that's a pretty good ending there when it comes to them so far. Meanwhile, Leon gets an unexpected promotion, which basically just shows that even the prince's parents kind of agreed with him and that, well, his actions were foolish, I guess I'll say. Yeah. And also, for some reason, I think that Queen there is probably going to have a bit more of a role in the future, considering your character design seemed to have a bit more detail than your average background character. So, yeah, I think she's probably going to be a bit important at some point. I wonder why. Also, just overall, I'm pretty sure that this episode would have actually been a good end to the story overall. Seriously, this could have been the end, and I would be perfectly satisfied with it, considering, well, it's a good ending. I don't need everything else. Sure, it's very short, but it's still good. But yeah, guess I'll see what else happens in the rest of this anime. But I guess I'll move on to Dawn of the Witch, in which I was also correct about what was going to happen there. In which, yeah, all that was just training. Or I guess test, but close enough, I guess. In which they are all the very first students to ever actually pass this test. In which, from my understanding here, this test is basically to stop any mages from becoming evil, and yeah, don't pass the test, you get expelled. You pass, though, then, well, I guess you're good. And you won't become evil. So, yeah, nice to see Zero properly now, considering the previous two episodes we've only basically got like a single very short scene with her in it. But yeah, nice to see her again, though she's definitely changed quite a bit, which is to be expected considering, hey, this like, what, 10 years in the future from the Grimoire of Zero. So yeah, quite nice. And also, Sable, or however you actually pronounce his name, is apparently Zero's nephew, meaning he is the son of 13. Yeah, that kind of came out of nowhere. I did not expect this that at all. Huh. Weird, but okay, I guess. So, I guess that's kind of everything when it comes to anime. Kind of. Considering. Yeah, I got one more thing to mention here, which is that I'm apparently 2 entire months late to the party here when it comes to Spice and Wolf, my favorite anime of all time, is apparently getting a new anime. Don't know what it's going to be yet. If it's going to be a season 3 reboot or whatever, I don't know. I personally am hoping that it's going to be a remake and we get to see the story all over again, mainly just because I want to see Volume 4 adapted. And also, I'm pretty sure they can't be quite hard for them to actually rewrite the story and try and insert Volume 4 later on. So, yeah. And the main reason they need to do that's because there's a character that gets introduced in that volume that comes back later. So they have to cover volume 4 no matter what if they're going to actually continue the anime or even do a reboot of it, do a remake of it. So I'm personally hoping for a remake so it can be faithful to the light novels and everything. And also another reason I'm kind of hoping and kind of expecting it to be a remake is the fact that, well, it's been 13 years. It would be a bit weird if they just went and made a season 3 and just continued the story like that. After 13 years. That would just be a bit weird considering you're going to have a giant change in art style and everything. Though I'm pretty sure we're going to have the same voice actors for Lawrence and Holo, considering, well, VR games, still same voice actors. So, yay, we're basically guaranteed to get the same voice actors still, which is great considering they are great. And also, I'd personally like to have it where this is a remake that actually goes and does a full adaptation to at least Volume 17, where the story originally ended before it was rebooted again, continuing with a Spring Log series of it, while Wolf and Parchment got its thing. Yeah. Also, I think I kind of finally actually got my motivation to see about continuing to read Spice and Wolf and Parchment, considering I kind of haven't done that for quite a while. A few years, to be honest. So I got a bit of catching up to do, but yeah, I should be able to get it done. Just need to find the time to do it. But yeah, Spice and Wolf finally getting something. And really, just looking at the 2020 so far, I would say this entire decade looks like we're just going to get tons of anime sequels of anime that we thought were dead. Seriously, we got quite a few anime that we thought were dead that's getting sequels now, or something at the very least. So, when's No Game No Life getting a second season, huh? Are we going to get that sometime during this decade? Because looking at it, I think we may actually have a chance, because we definitely have enough source material for a second season at this point, considering I know that. Because I've read it. In which there are only 4 things that I've actually read, to be honest, and I can actually say I've read further than what's in anime, which is, of course, Spice and Wolf, No Game No Life, um, Monster Musume, and To Love Ru. I guess To Love Ru Darkness, I guess. But, yeah. To Love Ru, basically no chance of getting anything there, I'm pretty sure. But the others, we got something for Spice and Wolf now, so No Game No Life, Monster Musume, Season 2. But that's there is the end of the anime stuff yet I kind of actually had to talk about. So, games. Yeah, didn't actually really play any games this week at all, literally. But, Monster Girl Dreams got an update this week, which is quite nice considering I'm pretty sure it's only got like 1, 2 updates since I first played it. And I'm ignoring all the small updates fixing bugs, considering, yeah, they kind of go crazy with that. And just release an update to fix small bugs instead of just grouping it all in one update. So, yeah, ignore all those small patches. But yeah, Monster Girl Dreams update adding the labyrinth finally and moving the story forward more. So yeah, need to get around to actually playing that. And also kind of actually finally looked at around at some mods for that game, in which yeah, the example mod in the game files. I quite enjoyed looking at that at the very least. Didn't actually play the game at all or anything, but looking at the files for the example mod were kind of just nice. The little example mods they created for the game. Yeah. And also, when it comes to Monster Girl Dreams, I'm like level 120. And that's purely from level grinding, pretty much. The last 10 levels of that was purely to actually fight the hardest boss in the game. That's currently in the game at the very least, which is by far stronger than any of the others. So, yeah, barely managed to beat that character. But another game I guess I'll mention here is Free Pass, which I played once and never really looked at again. Mainly because I just wanted to have more content, I guess. But yeah, that game is getting rebooted now, and Yoon will be gone as one of the main, as the main playable character. Yeah, that was quite a surprising. That's news. Entire game basically being restarted with a whole new concept and things, I guess, and new main playable character as well, I guess. So, at this point, I think I could just go ahead and play the game again, considering the first time I actually went through it, I didn't actually really read that much, considering I wasn't that interested. But I think since the game is getting rebooted, I could actually look at it again. So, yeah, that's games that I kind of have to talk about. So, I guess at this point I'll talk about my channel, which is not something I've actually done in quite a while. In which, yeah, the France 1440 scenario that I've been doing the last 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks, I guess. Yeah, that is honestly doing surprisingly well. Which I did not expect at all, and I don't even know why it's doing so well. Except for like 1 or 2 videos, every single video has gotten up to 20 views already, which is weird, to be honest. But hey, it works out for me, I guess. And also, I'm kind of thinking about bringing back the Germany series I was doing on the Bloody Europe 2 mods. I'm thinking of bringing that back, considering ever since I rage quit that, I've kind of always had some kind of plan on how I could possibly try to recover from the situation I'm currently end up getting in on there. But I'm not exactly sure if I actually do want to do that, which is the reason why I haven't done it yet, considering I did come up with this whole idea not long after I rage quit, which was months ago. So, yeah, I'm thinking about it, considering, yeah, if I were to do that, I'd have to install the Bloody Europe 2 mod again and also try and move over the save files to my new computer, considering, yeah, that was on my old computer. So, yeah. I also still kind of need to get around to actually testing things when it comes to doing live streams, considering that's something I need to do. But at this rate, I'm pretty sure I will basically just have it where the day I get to 100 subscribers, I'll do tests, and then the day after, I will actually do my first live stream. That's kind of how I'm currently thinking about going about this stuff with live streams currently. And also another thing I did just before recording this was kind of see about emotes. Like weird emotes, I guess. Considering, yeah. Definitely going to want some emotes once I can get them. So I was just kind of messing around to see if I could create one. And yeah, I think it's decent at the very least. Not the best, considering I kind of need to be a bit more accurate when it comes to things. So, eh. Cutting out things, I guess. But otherwise, I think it actually looked pretty decent. But I don't think I'm actually going to be showing that here, considering it's basically just a test. Not an actual emote I'm ever going to have. But, yeah, I think that will be the end of this video. Considering I don't really have anything else to talk about. So, yeah. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.